Our jail is located in the heart of St. Mary's County in Leonardtown. We are part of the first sheriff's office in the country. We're about as far south in Maryland as you can get. We are surrounded by water on 3 sides. Our crime around here ranges from petty to serious crimes. It's actually getting worse as the years go on. Our crime is increasing as the weeks go on. Our ADP is about 230 to 280 right now. On any given day, with our pretrial program averaging over 100 a day.
A few years back, we took and we changed directions and we added rehabilitation to our name. And that's because we want to walk the walk. We want to make sure that when an inmate comes in, they come in from the community to incarceration into community, that they have the best possible foundation and that they have the programming that they need to take and to be successful when they leave here.
Programs being that we have Waldens, we have mental health treatment, things like that. I think it helps a lot. We're trying to help society. We're trying to make it a better place for the civilians that's on the outside. We want them to feel safe and secure that whoever we send back out into their community is a better person when they left than they were when they came in.
Over my 13 years tenure, it all began with just pen and paper and a logbook. The officers were required to write your rounds and checks and all of your post activities in a logbook. But as we evolved, we ended up with another cell check system. With that system, we ended up not having any of the data and being able to feed any of the data that we needed for certain things. It wasn't transmitting at all at some points, and it had its downfalls for sure.
Here in the detention center, rehabilitation, a huge component of the rehabilitation is the programs within the facility. And we have so much inmate movement to programs for the educational piece, for substance abuse, and for different other college courses that we have within the detention center. And we needed a mechanism to be able to track programming for us.
So after having all those issues and knowing that we needed to find something new, we found Guardian RFID and were really blown away with how it worked.
Guardian RFID is pretty much my digital logbook. Anything from a photo that needs to be taken, security rounds, logging meals, logging rec. When an inmate's out of their cell and they're going to court or to a doctor's appointment, that's what we use to log them in or out of their cell. Instead of having a pen and paper, I have my Spartan handheld device, and I can either scan their ID card or I can go into the roster, find their name, and put whatever is necessary that they are or are not doing.
It also tells us when we have to check on someone, and within a certain amount of time, there's a countdown. So if I'm checking on someone every 15 minutes, once I hit that tag and it registers that I've checked that person, the clock will start and time itself down to when I need to go check that person again. So it's a good tool to use to remind, hey, you need to go check on that person. 15 minutes is up.
I worked very closely with Guardian RFID and my representative to be able to bring custom modules to my facility to make it work for us and what we needed. With that, I brought supervisor checks module, which allowed for my supervisors to kind of have a checklist of everything they're supposed to check on the posts and everything they needed to do throughout a shift. Also, I did the medical module, which I customized to just allow for just medical items and anything we would need for there, whether it's medication distribution, MAT distribution, to blood pressure checks and diabetic checks, etc. Anything that had to deal with medical, it was in that module. And working closely with the representatives were absolutely fantastic and really saw my vision come to life.
The experience that the team at Guardian RFID really showed through, and it makes such a difference when you're able to work with a company that employs corrections professionals on all levels, and that they take and they have walked the walk, they have talked the talk, and they know the value. And one of the things that's been very, very good with Guardian RFID is if we wanted to add anything, if we had a suggestion, it has always been very open. And I think that goes back to having corrections professionals on your team to really get what you need to make your operation work.